When I was first starting to get into the thick of my fitness journey, I was dealing with so many plateaus, just so many things that was kind of holding me back. And it's really tough because you feel so discouraged whenever you get to that point, but you already know I have the scientific tools of the trade to help you get out of that funk. So hopefully this episode will help you kind of change what you need to do. Maybe if you feel that way, this will probably help you get out of that shit. Or you just started and you kind of start to feel the plateau forming. I didn't want that shit and I don't want that shit now. And I know you don't want it either. So let me help you out with that. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Beast Unleashed, the podcast where we break down the rights and wrongs of fitness, help you elevate your fitness game, and crush your goals. I'm Bernard Carter, your guide in this journey, and each episode I'll be diving into what really works and what doesn't when it comes to building a stronger, healthier, and more sustainable fitness lifestyle. We'll be exploring the science behind fitness with research-backed insights, real-world studies, and expert discussions. Whether it's strength training, nutrition, recovery, or mindset, we'll be separating fact from fiction so you know exactly what you need to take your fitness to the next level. So, if you're ready to unleash the beast within and take control of your fitness journey, you're in the right place. Now let's dive in and unleash your inner beast. So, welcome back to Beast Unleashed. Today we are tackling an issue every fitness enthusiast faces at some point: hitting plateaus. If you feel like your progress is stalled or you're not necessarily seeing the same results, I'm telling you right now, we are going to talk about why plateaus happen and, more importantly, how to break through them too. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is just something that happens on occasion. It's absolutely fine. But in this episode, we are going to try and speak on how to make it not happen as much, if that makes any sense. So we'll cover some common reasons for plateaus, how to identify if you're in one, and some tried and true strategies to push past it, including adjusting your workout, nutrition, and recovery. So let's go ahead and get this shit started. So first things first, what the fuck is a plateau? Well, according to the AI definition for it, a fitness plateau is a period of time when your progress level's off or it stops, even though you're continuing with your regular routine. So basically, if you're doing the same routine over and over and over again, it's going to get to the point in which your muscles and your body already knows what you're going to do. So it already calculates the amount of reps that you do, the amount of weight that you pull or push or whatever, what have you, and it's going to feel easy for you, and you're not going to be able to get over that hump if you continue to do the same shit that you do. So over time, your body adapts to the stress that you place on it. This adaptation process makes your workout routine feel easier, which can stall progress. And when it comes to that point, your muscles and cardiovascular system becomes efficient in those movements, burning fewer calories and requiring less effort. So another reason as to why plateaus occur is because of lack of progressive overload. So progression in fitness relies on continuously challenging your muscles, either by adding in weight, increasing reps, or intensifying the workout. Without progressive overload, your body has no reason to grow or even get fit, for that matter. You know what I mean? Even breaking it down with cardio. If you're doing the same 2 miles the same day at the same time, your body's going to get used to that as well. Now with cardio, you're going to burn the calories regardless, but at the same time, you're also prone to stalled weight loss too. And seeing stalled weight loss is actually a sign of a plateau. So you have stalled weight loss, lack of strength gains, slower recovery, or even mental fatigue. And there are studies that show that the body's response to an exercise decreases over time without added challenges. And this is why regular adjustments are essential to maintain your progress. Now, with the lack of workout variety, there are plenty of other reasons as to why your plateau might occur. There could be overtraining, undertraining. You could have a mental roadblock. You could be running on fumes, or you're not even tracking anything. There are plenty of different reasons as to why plateaus even go down. But I don't necessarily want to stress as much about how it happens, because if I were to break it down even more than that, then you probably wouldn't even want to fucking work out at all. So I don't know if you listened to episode 2, but I did state before you even started this journey, consult with your primary care physician. And still to this day, if you were to get to a point in which you did reach a plateau and you don't know why, speak with your primary care physician. I might have knowledge, but I'm not a doctor at all. So go speak with them first, fam. So let's say you've established a plateau. What the hell are you going to do to break through them? One thing that I would consider to do is to change up your routine, obviously. Introduce new exercises, change the order of your workouts, or switch up your training style. If you've been doing a lot of cardio, try doing some strength training or vice versa. I normally switch up my workouts every 3 months. And the only reason why I switch them every 3 months is because I know that I'm either adding reps or I'm adding weight or something of the sort to increase that overload. But even with added weight and reps, you still have to worry about the workout at hand because of that certain muscle group. You need something else to work on that muscle or even a certain other part of that muscle group. To break it down even further, instead of doing traditional squats, I would switch up to split squats instead. Also, I fucking hate running. I hate running to a generalized T. Like, I'm not even going to hold you. So instead of doing the running thing, I rollerblade with the kid or bike with the kid or play Dance Dance Revolution with the kid. Like, it's just a whole bunch of other different types of things that does more for the body and distinguishes more challenges for the certain muscle groups that you're trying to get a hold of. Another strategy that you could do, just like what I've been doing, is progressive overload. You can gradually increase the weight, reps, or intensity of your workout to continuously challenge your body. Keep in mind that it's effective, but you can only do it for so long. I would normally increase my weight by 5, maybe 10% every other week, and then I would challenge myself every now and then with an extra rep or an extra set to try and see if I can better myself from last time. So for now, let's go ahead and talk about the next strategy and the last strategy, which will be focusing on rest and recovery. So sometimes whenever we're pushing hard and not necessarily seeing progress, the answer isn't more effort, but more recovery. Taking rest days isn't necessarily just about giving yourself a break. When we work out, especially with strength training, we're actually causing tiny tears in our muscle fibers. And these tears need time to repair. It's during the repair process that muscles get stronger and actually grow. So without adequate rest, our muscles just can't recover at all, which not only keeps us from progressing, but can also lead to burnout or even injury. So ideally, aim for at least 1 or 2 rest days each week, depending on your routine. And if you're actually feeling fatigued or sore, it's actually okay to listen to your body and take an extra day off. As far as active recovery, rest doesn't always mean total inactivity. Incorporating active recovery on some rest days can actually help you, and this could mean something low intensity like a walk or even stretching. Active recovery keeps the blood flowing into your muscles, which can reduce soreness and even aid in faster recovery. Research published in Sports Medicine highlights that athletes who prioritize rest and recovery shows more consistent progress and less risk of injury than those who don't. So this is a reminder that rest is not a setback, it's actually a step forward. Alongside rest days, 2 other key parts of recovery are sleep and hydration. So getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night gives your body the time it needs to repair muscles and balance energy levels. Now, hydration is about as equally essential as sleep. Without enough water, our muscles can't necessarily function at their best. So aim for at least 8 cups of water daily. Now, I know that Stanleys are at the rise right now. Drink about 2 or 3 of those and you'll be perfectly fine. As a matter of fact, if you're working out more intensively, just drink 4 whole cups of those Stanleys and you'll be good. So remember, rest and recovery are not just for professional athletes. They're for anyone that is serious about progress. By making time to recover, you're ensuring your body can actually come back stronger. So give yourself permission to rest, because I'm telling you, it's not only okay, it's absolutely necessary. All right, now that we covered why plateaus happen and a few workout adjustments to shake things up, let's go ahead and focus on 2 crucial but often overlooked areas, nutrition and recovery. Now, these 2 components are essential just like everything else, because even with the best workouts, if we aren't fueling and recovering properly, it can be tough, if not impossible, to see continued progress. So first, let's go ahead and talk about nutrition. Sometimes hitting a plateau can mean our body isn't exactly getting what it needs to grow or adapt further. For many of us, Tweaking our protein intake or adjusting overall calories can make a huge difference. One of the main key elements when it comes to nutrition is protein. You already know protein is the building block of muscle. It's crucial for muscle repair and growth, which are both essential to breaking through a plateau. So if you're doing strength training or high intensity workouts, aim for about 1.2 to 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight each day. So if you weigh about 154 pounds or around 70 kilograms, aim for roughly 84 to 140 grams of protein daily. We actually talked about this in the previous episode. If you haven't listened to it yet, go ahead and check that out too. But protein sources like lean meats, fish, eggs, beans, or even protein shakes can be great options to help meet this goal. If you're focused on weight loss but feel like progress is stalled, reducing your calories slightly by about 100 to 200 calories per day might help you move past the plateau. On the other hand, if you're working on building strength and feel low on energy, consider increasing your daily calories by a similar amount, as this little adjustment can fuel your muscles and support better workouts and recovery. There's been studies from the Journal of International Society of Sports Nutrition that highlight adjusting calorie intake to align with your fitness goals can actually reignite your progress. Whether you're aiming to lean out or bulk up, these small changes can really push your body past the plateau. And we've already spoke on sleep and hydration. Just remember, just for sleep, aim for around 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. And if you get yourself on a consistent bedtime, it can really improve your sleep quality over time. As far as hydration, as I stated before, aim for at least 8 cups of water per day, but also increase that if you're doing high quality intensity workouts. But overall, remember that proper nutrition and consistent recovery aren't just extras. They're essential parts of your fitness journey. So by fueling your body well and allowing it to rest and repair, you're setting yourself up for success and moving toward breaking all of those plateaus that you've had. So for now, as we wrap up today's episode on breaking through these fitness plateaus, let's go ahead and review the key points that we covered. Plateaus are the natural part of any fitness journey, and while they can be frustrating, there are also opportunities to refocus, reevaluate, and make adjustments that can lead to even greater progress. So we started by discussing why plateaus happen and how they're often a sign that our bodies have adapted to our current routines. When we stop seeing results, it's a signal that it's time to mix things up. This is where we talked about adjusting our workout routine, introducing variety through our new exercises, changing the order of our workouts, and trying different training styles to challenge your muscles in fresh ways. Next, we explored the importance of progressive overload, continuously pushing yourself just a bit further, whether by adding weight, increasing reps, or shortening rest time, because even the small increases can help reignite your progress. Then we touched on a critical but often underestimated role of rest and recovery. Taking time to recover with proper rest days, good sleep, and plenty of hydration ensures your bodies have time to rebuild and strengthen. Things like this is easy to overlook, but as we discussed, it's essential for breaking through plateaus and preventing burnout. All in all, plateaus can feel like setbacks, but let's go ahead and flip that perspective. Think of them as checkpoints, opportunities to acknowledge how far you've come and to set new intentions for where you're heading. Progress isn't always a straight line, remember that. Sometimes it's about learning to adapt, you know what I mean? Switching things up, or even taking a step back to come back stronger. Remember, every time you feel challenged by a plateau, it's proof that you're doing the work, that you've reached a point worth pushing past. So here's what I encourage you to do after today's episode. Take a look at your own fitness routine and ask yourself, are there areas where you've grown comfortable? Could your body benefit from more variety, a change in intensity, or maybe just more time to recover? Pick one of the strategies that we discussed, maybe trying out a new exercise, adding a bit more weight next week, or maybe even committing to getting those full 7 to 9 hours of sleep. It will change something regardless. As long as you're putting the work in, small changes taken consistently can lead to big results. I also want to remind you that there is a solid body of research supporting each of these strategies. Science backs progressive overload, rest, and nutritional adjustments as fundamental components of sustainable progress. If you're interested in getting deeper into these strategies, I suggest checking out journals like Sports Medicine and the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research. You can find some valuable insights there if you want to learn more about the science behind these principles. Now, as I stated before, I know how discouraging plateaus can feel. I've been there too. But there are often moments that teach us the most of our own strength, resilience, and dedication to this. So next time you hit a wall, remember, you are not alone. Just take a step back, assess where you are, and take it as a sign that you're ready to go to the next level. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in today and also taking the time to check out YouTube too. I do appreciate it. If you found any kind of value in this episode, please consider leaving a comment on Spotify or on YouTube, or subscribing on YouTube, or even just sharing it with someone who might benefit from these insights. Stuff like that helps us reach more listeners like you who are committed to becoming stronger and healthier one step at a time. Next week, we'll be talking about building the perfect workout routine for you. We'll talk about components of a balanced workout, personalizing workouts based on goals, and also going back to rest and recovery. I know that y'all are sick of talking about it, but listen, it is crucial that you get that down. So once again, I want to thank you for listening to Beast Unleashed. Remember to stay strong, stay motivated, and I'll see you in the next episode. Y'all take care. And that wraps up today's episode of Beast Unleashed. I hope you found today's insights useful and that they help you move closer to crushing your fitness goals. Remember, fitness is a journey, not a destination. So take it one rep, one meal, and one mindset shift at a time. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to check me out on Instagram, Muscle Mongrel Fitness, and I also have a Discord too. I'll provide a link for that. The Discord server itself has a whole bunch of information that you could utilize as far as gear that I use, books that I read, and fitness challenges that you could do during the week. So make sure you check that out. Until next time, y'all stay hydrated, come together like butt cheeks, and don't forget to keep pushing those limits. This is Bernard Carter signing off, and y'all take care.